they're removing the artificial dyes from Skittles. All right, who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not eating Skittles to be healthy. I understand what I'm doing.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Exactly.
I 100% understand. I get it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're going to put a more environmentally friendly package in your heroin or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what? I want the artificial color in my
poverty-free heroin.
Yeah.
I want to sleep in an abandoned factory, but I just don't want all the calories.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Welcome back to Los Mid Dudes, the official podcast of the Columbus Comedy Festival, brought to you by Boxland Studios, boxlandtv.com, for all your recording, digital, performance needs. It's a fantastic place to be, and they have really comfortable chairs. I'm going to be honest about this part. It's better than any chair I've ever owned in any apartment, because I haven't ever owned chairs in an apartment.
I think it's the lower back.
It's the lower back support.
Well, the thing is, like on my chair, on both of my chairs in my apartment, I got a studio. My studio is this room and a bathroom, and that's what I've lived in for 6 or 7 years. And trust me, I love it. I'm a small time person. I don't want big stuff. I like a little efficiency. Yeah. But at work, when they're always throwing out office chairs, I know those things can run, pretty high, like $400-600, and it's on a pile, and it's just kind of got some of the schmutz on the arm gone. And I'm like,
but two
chairs. Throw this chair out, and they're like, I'm like.
Two chairs.
Mine. It's like two office chairs, and they're complicated, and they do all this stuff, and you got to remove an arm so you can play guitar in it and relax. Yeah, but then still, you got to put. Sometimes I put like a pillow. I'm an old man. I put a pillow back there, and I'm like, let me get this. Oh, my side. Oh, and then this.
I get it.
But that's super
ergonomics. Is that what it's called?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's optimistic to have two chairs in a studio. Like, it's just really optimistic.
That's true.
In case someone comes over.
Right. Yeah. Someone want to visit me on the veranda. Yes. No, we're going to stay
I know
in the
how
West
much
Wing.
ladies love office chairs.
And that's why my entire apartment is furnished with office chairs.
Office mats?
Just
inside.
Make it soft and efficient.
Yeah.
Got a sectional couch. It's just office chairs.
Just lined up.
You can stand on.
You can lock the wheels, guys. You can lock the wheels.
You can stand on business and sit like you're on business.
On business. I like it. Now produced
today.
by Office Max, right?
Not by Office Max. We got a special guest today. Man who's busy out here, working, perfecting the craft, being a showman, being a businessman, doing it all. Terrance ThaGawdshow, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
There we go.
Doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
I kind of now want to see an L-shaped sectional that's just like office chairs that are fused together. Just like, hey, you feeling comfortable?
If you steal enough office supplies, you can do that with the tape as well. You know what I mean? So you get the chairs, just wrap the tape around the arms. Yeah. You got it.
I used to work at Staples. I used to work at Staples, one of my first jobs when I was younger. Besides dealing, but whatever.
Sure.
One of my first jobs, legal job.
A job's a job, man. Hey, no judgment. You got to work.
But we used to do that. We used to mess around the furniture section of the store all the time. And I think it wasn't the cause that I got fired for, but this was like leading up to it.
Yeah.
We would take this stuff called Goo Gone.
Oh, yeah.
And we would spray it all over the furniture, the display model, and we'd light it on fire.
Oh.
And it burns off, but it doesn't burn the furniture. It just burns the liquid off. But our manager would freak out because he'd see, whole computer desk on fire in the back of the room, and we're just standing there at 10 a.m. And we're like, no, it's fine.
Doesn't burn.
It does not burn whatever you put it on. It just burns the liquid. It's kind of fun.
Just keeping a note for foreplay.
Is that what? Yeah, there you go. You gotta.
I like that.
You gotta dial it up to 11.
He said, "Choke me, Daddy," and I was like, "I've got something better.
I've got another plan." Yeah. Have you ever heard of Goo Gone? She's like, "I'll make that Goo Gone." Like, enough of jokes, honey. I'm serious.
She's like, "Oh, you got it in my hair." Hold on. Let me grab some Goo Gone. And she's like, what's this now? Oh, don't worry. It'll get the goo out.
You're like, it's not flammable. It's like, I told you it was a product. Like, she can't get around that it's not your stuff. So it's like,
it's a product.
No, it's goo. Not that goo. It's flammable. Goo. That's what we do.
It's Magoo.
It's
Magoo?
Mr. Magoo. Robert, sorry, I just saw that fact the other day. Jim Backus, Cleveland, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
He was Mr. Magoo. And then he was the guy on Gilligan's Island, and he's from Cleveland, and those shows ran at the same time. Gilligan's Island canceled Mr. Magoo. So he's like, I'm the first person to put my own self out of business.
Man.
Mr. Magoo.
He's like,
I got this cartoon job. I got it going on. Then you get a big job. Like, oh, this island show's never going to last. And he ends up canceling his own checks because he put himself out of.
He said, I was selling powder. And then
speaking of our hats, it's a very Cleveland move.
It is Cleveland. We're here.
It's a very Cleveland move.
Land.
It is.
Put your own self out of business.
It is
trying to be successful.
It is. Well, also, I mean, if you want to add to the Cleveland, who has had more shows at the same time and also had the most shows canceled, other than Steve Harvey, right?
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
God.
He had like 8 shows
on TV everywhere.
And then and 3 of them. I remember reading like online, and they're like, "Oh, who did he, anger?" Because they canceled 3 of his shows, and it's like he still has 6 other shows. You know what I mean? Like if you lose 4 shows and you have 9, I think. You're probably doing okay.
Yeah, right. You're okay. You're okay. Yeah. You're just going to have to back it off on those personal massages for like a week or 2. You're good to go, bud.
I think Harvey's all right.
One less loud-colored suit, you're fine.
Right.
The budget on this has got to be massive.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's incredible.
And if you want to see how much Family Feud's improved, watch the old ones that I used to watch when I was a kid in the 80s. You're like, that guy was a... Good Lord, that guy was a creep.
Creeper.
Like, not even like creeper, like crossing lines, like... You're a beautiful woman, like that stuff. I mean, just like he could, probably some illegal things going on.
Oh yeah,
it looks like he was made out of cigarettes.
Hey, we're here with the Smith family.
He was made out of cigarettes.
He just had that kind of like martini, drinks, constantly chain smoking, like nefarious activity. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's the guy. He's the guy the Rat Pack warned you about. They're like, no.
Yeah, like no. He drinks. He drinks at a bar next to the airport. You know what I mean? Yeah, like there's something going on.
Yeah. He had scotch in the
dressed horribly.
Yeah.
Shag carpet everywhere.
On the walls, ceilings.
How much? What a turn that those people did to us. The people that invented shag carpet, they're like, everyone's going to have it. And then it disappeared in like 15 years.
This is true.
Hey, do you want carpet you can't get dirt out of? Yeah. You know what I think, though? Whoever developed that had to have ties in with like Dyson or somebody.
I think
it was Stanley.
I think it was Stanley Steamer. I think it was Stanley from Stanley Steamer. Because I love the Stanley Steamer truck when it came to the house, because that's like a huge lower middle class event where like, you're like, it's a Stanley. Like it smells fun. You got to run it. You get to leave the house and play because all the carpets covered everything. So you're like, going to clean everything.
Because it's like they have to be connected. Because like if you look at like out in LA, like why there is not like New York is with the the subways and all that stuff. Why that's not in LA, and they built freeways is because somebody from like Goodyear had like a link to the council who was voting on this, and they're like, we make rubber tires. Yep, build freeways, and you're like, so maybe it's the same with like shag carpeting. Some dude's like, I get it. You're Electrolux. We're going to sponsor shag carpeting.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to need us.
This is going to be wall inside of your van. Dashboard, everything.
Is that van going to have windows? No.
When was the last time you heard somebody want to put carpet everywhere inside of a vehicle? Carpet. It's going to smell good in like a year.
Well, I mean, there are serial killers for a reason.
It was bonkers. I love the 70s, though.
Yeah, I want to know when the last shag carpet was actually produced,
Oh, it was right before the last Quaalude was made. I don't know, but same factory somewhere in the South.
I guarantee you there is some trust fund hipsters probably in Williamsburg, Brooklyn that got a shop. They're like, we still have genuine shag carpeting, everyone. The tops of the tops. It's ugly. It's disgusting. It's so cool.
It's going to come back.
It will.
Like everything else has come back.
I know. Right.
So the vintage stores and like all of this stuff, all of the movies, everything is
bell bottoms,
shag carpet.
Because people in their 45 to 55 to 60-year-olds are now running. Have a huge amount of influence producing all these movies.
Sure.
So I'm like, when you first saw these things, and you're like, oh yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, and you realize, oh, the people that now have enough money and influence over Hollywood to do this were a little bit older or my age, and now they're like coming in influence. I'm like, oh, that's great. It's like maybe you should just do like maybe inspired by instead of just trying to recreate your childhood, because I don't want to see Goonies 2 unless it's
no.
It
doesn't even ring the same. It's no.
I don't want. You said unless. I don't want an unless. Like just no
nothing.
Goonies.
Bury it. Yeah, bury it.
I went to
the only thing they should keep making is Godzilla movies.
That's fair.
That's honorable.
I went to the movies just the other day, and walking out, I saw it was just the sequel or the revamp of some other. Like it was nothing but old stuff
Yeah.
coming back.
Right.
And can we get some fresh ideas? Jurassic Park, I don't need to see any more Jurassic Parks. We know what happens here. I don't need to see just all of this. It's just...
When
will it stop?
I don't think it's going to stop.
That's why.
Although I could deal with like...
It makes me think that the
what's a
youth
movie
earn their
that you
criticism.
would be okay with being remade today standards?
Okay, if we're remaking stuff.
I say you got to do a bad one.
Yeah.
One that was, that could have been better.
I think E.T.
E.T.
I think if we
E.T.'s great, though.
But if we redid it, that alien
Have you
would be
seen
a
it
lot
recently?
better.
I saw it at a few years ago when went to my sister's house and she was watching with her kid. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago. So her kid's was 12 years old. And she was like, you got to see this. And I walked in on the scene where they come get E.T., which nowadays has aged terrifying. These people in masks come and get
That's why I said it could
kid
be
from outer
it could be a
space
really
and
fun
drag
to
him under
redo
hand.
that
It would be.
movie, like-
I left. I had to leave the room. I was going to bust up so hard. It hurt my heart. I was like, I forgot how traumatic. I can't. Don't take it. Oh my god. I was like, this still hits pretty hard.
Oh no! Or oh god,
Because he's screaming. and he's like,
remaking the Never-Ending Story.
The Never-Ending Story.
That's I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that scene with it like Artax. I couldn't do the horse in the swamp. Again,
I dated a girl that did fight choreography, and she one day when we were going out and I was in New York, she came back and she was like, I did a personal fight choreography thing with this training for this actor. And she was like, you know who it was? I go, no. She was like, it was the princess in Never-Ending Story. Because she's like 38, 40 years old now. I was like, oh my God. I was like, she said, I almost cried because I was like, yeah. You see that person when you're a kid, you're like, that's a princess. And then you see it's just like a regular person, even though we're all actors. You're like, no. Where's the castle? You know what I mean? Like, you still don't. You're like, was she really good at fighting? She's like, I didn't care. She's a princess. I'm like, yeah, you can't be professional. You're like, because when you're a kid, if you didn't know who David Bowie was and you saw Labyrinth, you're like, no, that's the Goblin King right there. That's what he does.
That bulge is real.
Yeah, that's all real. Man. I don't know what he's doing with those crystal balls, but when he gets those things out, it's over with.
Yeah. Also, the direction on that movie was just like, yeah, Mr. Bowie, stand a little bit closer to that baby's head. Just keep standing close. A little bit more close. And you're like, you can't. There's a crime being committed actively.
Can't do this.
Is there no agency that stops this? Where's CPS?
Right.
Like, come on.
He's got my aunt's hair from 1984.
Oh yeah.
And just pulling cigarettes out of that thing. I don't know why I keep talking about cigarettes. Oh, I know why. But anyway. It's about time for the first one. Anyway, break.
Brought to you by J.P. Morgan.
Los Mid Dudes Podcast, official podcast of the Overland Trucker, United States of America. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to keep doing it.
As well as shag carpet.
Shag carpeting. Shag
Brought to you by Shag Carpeting. It'll never come out.
Right.
Shag Carpeting, the preferred carpet of all CSI. All this DNA evidence is still here.
Imagine the idea of the shag carpet mixed with smoking, right?
It's disgusting.
And then yes, you think about those old porn sets, right?
And they all had shag too. They're just loaded down with DNA.
We had a guy I was in a play with a guy that was from Lower East Side, New York, and he was an actor and trying to make his way in the 70s and 80s. And in the late 70s, he took a job, and this was one of the most amazing jobs I've ever heard. Was not amazing, but funniest. And he cornered us at a party at a show rap once in Cleveland, and he was like, oh, Paul used to do. He used to write Penthouse forums, and he used to do reviews for porno films.
Yeah.
In the 70s. And he did it for a year, and we just parked ourselves. And within 20 minutes, we're crying. He doesn't even have to have a sense of humor. Right. He just literally describes what he had to do. And then one time I had to write this 5-paragraph forum on I was a doctor and had to make a house, and what the themes are. Yeah. So I'm like, you have to write all this out as a woman.
Amazing. That's amazing. Thing.
And you're getting paid, so you go get your check.
That's the job.
Yeah, because
that's your job is writing erotic letters.
Who's out here writing plots for porn? Okay, yeah. I walked into a dentist could have an intact tooth.
Who's going to read a review?
Right there. All right.
But people used to read film reviews. Yeah. So who's going to
read a porn review?
Yeah.
Jessica Chambers opens wide to her audience with a display of powerhouse acting. No, that's not what I'm here for. But then people used to sit in theaters as groups and watch porn, and you're like, all right, this is awkward. This is real
extremely awkward.
Well, speaking of remakes, we need some more creative plots in porn. We're just seeing
there's the crossover's coming.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I agree with you. I was thinking about this earlier. Okay. So what about
they already do parodies.
They do.
So you're saying just double down, get the budget going. Like lights, camera, funding.
Like Platoon.
Yeah.
As a porn. just a Vietnam era porn.
We're like MASH.
Well, you can't.
Smash.
Don't look it up because you got to copyright that right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone has stolen my idea already.
Right. That's right there. You got to sue. That's
oh my God.
That's too easy. You just added a letter, and now you're printing gold bricks over here.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Why?
But you got to add some drama in there too, because that's what MASH was known for.
So MASH was the one show. When it would come on, it was like, all right, it's time.
Oh my God, Dr. Cockeye. Sorry, I can't.
No.
I'll keep going. We'll cast this whole thing right now.
Actually, we don't even
Cockeye.
We don't even have to. Alan Alda, just anal Alda. It's the same
letter.
Oh man,
it's the same letters. You don't have to change anything.
We're cooking. This is being recorded.
I had no idea. We got anal Alda.
Yeah. No, we don't.
S dot. I see the graphic. S dot N dot A dot.
Hear the helicopter flying into a base camp, just loaded down with baby oil. You're like, God, this is gonna get gross fast.
The helicopters have like those little chambers on the side to carry patients, but it's just people fucking
on the side
in the little see-through thing. Because no one's hurt because you can't get morbid. It's just to get. It's just for more sex. That's what Smash is. It's a mobile.
We got 3 guys.
That works.
It does work. It works amazingly well.
No. We don't need the copyright, right? I think since we came up with this first, it's documented. We got it. We're locked in.
We need producers. We need funding.
Yeah.
We'll write this script in. I think 25 minutes.
I think so. By the end of this episode, I think if we
that's the whole season. 25 minutes. It'll take this whole thing. All right. So now you're in a rice field. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're on a mountain. Go. This episode, a tiger walks across the street. Go.
You're on a Jeep. It breaks down. Go.
We got it.
We wrote 68 seasons of MASH in one afternoon. Smash in one afternoon.
And then you could do the documentary about the making of Smash,
behind the scenes,
and then it's just a huge. It's a multiverse.
I think we got it.
Yeah. You're talking. We've come full circle. The things that you're going to remake. Quality on top of quality.
I wasn't a fan of the remakes, but now you're right. We're going full circle. We're lock it in.
Yeah, so make it a movie. Because serial's a bit too difficult. It's a bit involved. Make it an hour and a half one-off. Get off on the one-off.
Get off on
the one-off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shoot, I lost it. Never mind. Keep going. I was too focused on this solid gold idea.
Also, I think maybe while we're on this idea,
just
making normal things into porn plots. I still think The Dark Knight might be the best plot ever. Like
The Dark Knight,
like the caked crusader.
Oh,
he's just
I like that.
Got cheeks out there.
I like the caked crusader.
Oh,
that's my nemesis. Poker. He's just like Batman.
We did a sketch years ago in my sketch troupe, and it was what it was. It was just a guy interrupting a porn set because he had all these rewrites, and he wanted to make it Oscar worthy.
Sure.
And I think it was like this. It was something like pump friction or something. It was something like
stop
interrupting.
This is amazing.
The flow.
this all could work as a thing.
Ended up being like something like
fiction,
a moon base. It was like Moonraker.
Got it.
But it was just a convoluted thing, and it was a lot of fun. And my friend would come on and be like, "Fluff," and then like not yet, and then he would leave. Good old days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh, like a Logan's Run. Look, it's a run porn thing.
So wait, let's.
26,
are you from Cleveland?
way too old.
I'm from Mansfield.
Okay.
So
Nice, the
now-
reformatory.
Yes.
Dude, Shawshank Redemption, it's already like half porn.
It is sort of,
Like,
kind of.
It's already there. The sisters, I mean,
They've,
encore.
We could do that. Yeah, no, it's funny. So I grew up. My best friend stayed literally 3 minutes from the prison. I never toured it. I just would drive by it all the time.
Yeah, black people usually don't tour prisons.
That's
not our
valid.
thing.
That's valid. Not willing.
Kind of just wait till it's your turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah.
valid. That's valid.
Well, here we go. Don't want to ruin the surprise.
Just a bunch of white people going around like, but the architect. I mean, look at this spire.
Look at this.
And it's like, it just looks nice, like from the outside. It's
also,
picturesque.
it's allegedly haunted. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's another reason
Aren't
why I have
all
no-
of-
I mean,
Isn't that redundant? Shouldn't probably every
Prison?
every
Probably.
horrible place probably?
It should be.
Yeah,
It
people
should
have
be.
died there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, no. So I was never excited when I saw that. People always ask it. Oh, you're from Mansfield. Oh, the prison. And
Always
then they're
great.
like, oh, I did a tour, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm
No.
cool. You know, it's haunted and it's a prison. Like, what are you missing in your life that's
That you
what
have
you
to
need to
tour
go
a
tour a
prison.
prison,
Right.
a haunted prison.
Hey,
you
look,
know?
kids, Mansfield Reformatory.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
Why are we
I'm
here?
good. I'm
Right.
good. Yeah, I like to tour beautiful things like beaches. Maybe.
Yeah,
You know what I
places
mean?
that are
I
fun.
don't know.
Not
Gentlemen's
places
clubs
related
you know what I mean? Like,
Gentlemen's clubs. Yeah.
like to tour those types of things. You know what I mean? I don't want to tour.
Wow. Look at
Places where there's life.
so many poles.
That's right. That's right. Look at the
Poles
architecture
as
there.
far as the eye can see.
Right.
You know,
What's that perfume you're wearing? Is that Smoke Machine? I can't tell.
or icy hot.
Icy
It's
hot.
icy hot.
She said her
Oh,
name was
speaking of
Destiny.
strip clubs,
It would turn out it was.
We may. Should we ban glitter? I think this comes back.
We
to
should-
earlier.
we should 100%.
Microplastics is glitter done.
There's like one company that makes it.
We're going to solve this
Yeah.
at least
That's it.
today.
We should-
Yeah.
That's monopoly.
Is glitter over
There-
with?
So I have a 11-year-old daughter.
Oh, so no.
So there, she's not as much glitter now, but when
Okay.
she was younger, it was glitter everywhere.
Yeah. They got the pen.
Everywhere. Yeah.
These kids are growing up different. When I was a kid, we played with broken glass.
Right.
That was our glitter. We'd throw it on everything.
Did you ever do the Frankenstein G.I. Joe thing, where like when someone showed you get the screw in the back of the
Oh,
G.I.
yeah.
Joe?
Oh, absolutely.
Like we had
Yeah.
monstrous
Oh yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and that was at the tail end of your childhood. Where you're setting them on fire, you're
Yeah.
shooting, you got a
Yeah.
BB gun, you're blowing them up.
It was more specifically with the Ninja Turtles is what
Yes.
I had. I had the
Oh,
Ninja
I
Turtles.
never thought about that
I had
one.
a Ninja Turtle. I had like a G.I. Joe arm.
Oh, okay.
Some of the WWF at the time,
Oh, yeah, the
WWE
figures.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it
You're
was
just cross
all of that.
species,
Yeah,
like-
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Going all Dr. Moreau and everything. Like, I got this.
Screwdriver, a little bit of some glue. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're locked in.
Yeah. Especially if you're in a rural part of Ohio, you got
Absolutely.
some space to, you can create a little bit more smoke in your backyard
Yeah,
without
yeah.
causing trouble.
When you grow up in Mansfield, there's just not a ton of things to do.
Right.
So screwdrivers are accessible.
Yes.
And so are GI Joes.
Also, how is trespassing growing up there?
Trespassing.
So like, hey, you get out of that man's field.
oh,
And you're like, oh.
man.
I was waiting the whole time to
Man.
say that.
Make sure we clip that part. We
Leave it in for me. I just want to see myself say it.
that's the promo right there.
Right there. You crying.
Yeah.
Me, no.
We should probably just use that for Destination Mansfield. You know what I mean? That could
Destination
be there.
Mansfield. There it is.
The home of your destination
The
wedding.
trespassing, man.
Right. Actually, it's weird going up there because I want to go up to Michigan to make a stop at
Okay.
a place.
See a guy.
See a guy.
but-
See a guy at
yeah.
some discounted
Sure.
tires.
Yeah.
And I forgot that when you go there, when you go up 71, you do that split.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you take the meandering thing, those country roads in northeastern
Yeah.
Ohio. And it always made me nervous because I'm a southeastern Ohio guy.
Okay.
And even though I spent 8 years living in New York, which terrifies people, the plains
Yeah.
of northeastern Ohio, when you get up there,
Oh, yeah.
it scares the crap out of me because I'm like, I could be in Indiana, I could be in Illinois, I could have slept. Am I in a dream?
This is
Where
true.
Where am I?
Where
I'm
is
just
The
in
Wicker Man just
Plains, America.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like, just feels I don't know. It just kind of freaks me out all the way up to there. It's just
No, that's
weird.
That's valid. That's valid. I was in Michigan just a couple weeks ago. I went up to Taos Bay, East
Okay.
Taos.
Yep, I know where
So
Was it the dunes?
No, not the dunes. I think the dunes are like on the other side. Whenever someone talks about Michigan and they do the thumb thing or whatever, I don't know what the fuck this means.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I was here or something.
Yeah. It just means, hey, stop. You stop.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me.
Right.
It's the I was in this part of the this part.
Right.
But so beaches, beautiful. I was in the Lake Huron side.
Okay.
The beaches were beautiful, and I was far away from like Detroit. You know,
You're right.
Otherwise, it's not very pretty. You know,
Right.
Gets a little on.
Yeah.
It's just flat.
Yeah. But trees, got out on the lake and got to reconnect with nature and all that stuff. It was beautiful.
Nice.
It was beautiful.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Give me ideas.
Yeah.
Got some time coming up. That's good.
There you go. Yeah. Don't go south. Go north.
Yeah, no, because you can go like, people can get on a highway and be on South Carolina, North Carolina, like 5 or 6 hours. I'm like, it's fine. But if you ever driven through Charlotte, I don't know where we're going off here, but like,
I don't know.
But anyways, we're in Columbus. You got to dunk on somebody. I'm like, try to drive through Charlotte during rush hour traffic and realize that is the ninth circle of hell. And you're like, we have done this world a disservice by being alive. It's just cars on top of cars on top of cars. I'm like, this has to be worse than Los Angeles. And I'm in North Carolina. And they're like, the movie industry's down there now. You get film some stuff. I'm
also,
like, you can't get through Charleston. Charlotte.
Charlotte, the NASCAR Hall of Fame is there, which is fitting since you're just stuck in traffic. You know what I mean? Like it's just this is not what Dale Earnhardt would want to do. You know what I mean? Like
I picture the NASCAR Hall of Fame like juggalos, but for like unsensitive people. Just like,
right.
Look at that, honey. That's Dale's car.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right. They started out running from the cops, running moonshine, and being like outlaws, and then now it's like dudes that love the fucking police. It's like you guys just destroyed yourselves by being like, woohoo, you ain't gonna catch us with this moonshine. Let's jack up these cars. And now they're just like,
y'all
sir,
stop
respectfully, thank you for attending the NASCAR.
Thin blue line, brother. Like, calm down.
I am Dick Trickle's nephew.
Dick Trickle.
Trickles.
Yes, you're one of the greatest. Because you just have to call them athletes. We're obligated. But it's hard.
We're obligated.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I get it. It's dangerous.
It's
fun to watch. Whatever. If you're into it, it's fine.
So is porn. That's not an athletic event. I mean, that's more athletic.
I was going to say. Now there are some athletes.
Recognized as an athletic event. I'm like, that's more athletic than most sports, right there.
That's true.
And if you start with Gugon, that's a sport. That's a stunt.
Look at that callback. We are just
Gugon. Pornography,
Low Smith Dudes, brought to you by Gugon.
Yeah.
Right. Gugon, official sponsor of Low Smith Dudes podcast. LLC. No, can I say that? LLLLC.
LLL double XLC.
There we go. Double XLC. I like it.
What's your generic questions.
Okay.
Your favorite comics, like 2 or 3 or
man, if I this would change every day.
Of course.
100%, yeah.
Norm Macdonald. I love Norm
100%.
Macdonald. Obviously, like Chappelle. If we're contemporaries, I'll go all old school guys. Norm Macdonald is not too old school, I guess. Man, now I'm drawing blanks. Why did you ask me this question? Because now I don't have an answer to this question. Okay,
redacted.
I don't know. Can I give you?
Michigan.
His name appeared 600 times in the podcast, but we crossed it out.
I'm secretly trying to divert people just to talk about baseball.
That's right. Right. I didn't know we were going to talk about comedy here with this big comedy thing behind me.
Right. NBA Jams. Favorite duo. NBA Jam. Who you got? You got Gold State. You got Hardaway Mullins. Wasn't that who was the first NBA Jam? Was it Hardaway Mullins?
It was.
You got Olajuwon. Smith.
Who was with Spud Webb? That was
Spud was the fun one because that was Spud Webb and Dominique Wilkins.
That was my fun.
Yeah. What
that was
Atlanta. Yeah.
Because I'm always throwing the ball to Spud Webb. I'm like, get in there, little guy.
All right, now that you guys have, I couldn't remember. I was going to say Don Rickles. That was like it got stuck. I was like, oh
goodness, that guy's he's an anomaly.
Yeah,
nobody can do what he does, and no one.
No.
No, so I love the idea. He would say that some people say funny things. I say things funny, and I would love that because there are so few people that can do that successfully. There are a few. My friend Goody Hendrickson, I tell her that all the time. Like she could just read from the phone book, and it's hilarious. You know, just the way that you tell the stories. But like Pryor, I love all of the. So my first introduction to comedy, I was probably like 8 years old, and I came across a Richard Pryor cassette.
Oh, man.
And I'm listening to this as like an 8-year-old, and I didn't understand everything.
It's like that old Bose ad where you're just like blowing you're like, what is this?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. And I was like, I don't know, my stomach feels a little weird as I listen to this. You know what I mean? Like,
just entered puberty.
Also, the title of the album is something I can't say out loud.
Yeah. And so I just
Live on Sunset Strip? That's weird. Weird to get something against Sunset Strip.
Why can't you say that, Mitch?
What do you got against Sunset Strip, eh?
Well, I was surprised that they did have the Sunset Strip back then instead of the Shag Strip. You know what I mean? That could have been a lot worse. But no, that was the thing. I just remember hearing that and just it being so engaging. And it was probably more of the storytelling and just the way people were laughing. And again, I remember very distinctly not understanding everything, but I was like, I just love this. I just love this. And then my mom was like, what? Wait, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, tape, Mom. Yeah.
Right.
That's not meant for you. Why do you have it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's more of a reflection on you than me. Hey.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I heard a comedy cassette where you heard people, because I think it was some set from like San Francisco or something from the mid-'70s on a Pryor album, and you literally hear people howling.
Yeah.
Got hit with a ton of bricks, man. Like I was like, my God, like that's not canned. He's just doing that to a random group of people gathering in San Francisco, and he's just owning them. He can do anything he wants. He can tell a 15-minute story, and he can do one-liners for 15 minutes. It doesn't matter.
That's what I love, the idea of where oftentimes the story more valuable than the punchline.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what goes back to like Norm Macdonald. Like he'll just the meandering, winding, and just stumbling, mumbling, and then when you get to the punchline, yes, the punchline's funny, but the journey to get there was probably even better. This
is why I love. There's a couple of comedians I love that just like you said, they say things funny.
Yeah.
Like especially throwback Robin Harris.
Yeah.
Love it. Baby's Kids. Everything about Baby's Kids, like, because he would just lead up to it. It would just be like, it's not even about the joke. Like, everything is funny that you hear.
Absolutely.
Him and Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac. Every story he has is hilarious. And the facial expression, he's got them all.
Yep.
He just nails it.
Absolutely.
I'm like, Oh, fun story. Just back about Richard again.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor. The second time I ever did stand-up in my life was at the Comedy Store out in L.A. And shout out to a fun place.
That was the second time.
That was the second time I ever did stand-up. First time was
this guy with the silver spoon in there. You know what I mean?
Well,
I was in Los Angeles and I thought I might try some comedy.
Well, when I lost my virginity to Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean?
It's just what we do. No, it was the first. I'd never thought to do stand-up before. I just moved to L.A., so I did an open mic at the Comedy Store. I was like, well, where's everybody always talked about? Comedy Store. I was like, I'm going to go shoot my shot at the high one. I was like, let me try it out. Went and did an open mic. I only had like 3 minutes. I had no material, so I just made up a joke on the spot and killed the room.
Nice.
And I was like, well, that worked. I don't know if I can duplicate that, but it worked once. And the guy came up and he was like, you were really funny. He's like, you want to do a show like in a week in the main room? And I was like,
wow.
Yeah. I didn't expect this to work, but yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, pressure's on. Okay. So I was ill prepared, and you just kept giving me whiskey, so this is a false preparation. But yeah, I'm in. I can't back out now. So I do the second checkup to ever do. I do it there, and we're backstage. And I don't know if you know this about the Comedy Store in the backstage. They call it like the Richard Pryor room.
Yeah.
There's a piano that is almost entirely made of mirrors, for an obvious reason as to what Richard was doing back there with mirror-plated everything. And you're just like, that's the dirtiest, smudgedest looking. Oh, never mind. Now I get it. Now I get it. And I was like, I kind of want to lick it, but I ain't trying to get hooked.
You're going to get several things. Yeah.
Trying to ruin my life in one moment.
That's a hell of a story, by the way. It's a hell of a story. How it was like, oh, I don't know if you know. No, because I haven't made it.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Here's how this ended. My third ever stand-up performance, Completely bombed. Not even a cough. It was like silence for 10 minutes. Also at the Comedy Store in the belly room. And I was like, I'm on stage about to cry. Like, I'm just dying. I'm like, getting, and I'm stuttering. He's lost it. He's lost. I'm like, ring a bell, light a light, something, get me off of here. Right. Don't let me do the whole 10 minutes of this. I'm like, nope, I'm done with stand-up. I quit. I'm never doing this again.
And then you try to go to the Richard Pryor room, and they're like, get that out.
Get him out of here.
What are you doing in here?
Get him out of here.
All right, kiss the mirror, then get out of here.
They put him in the other Richard Pryor room. They lit him on fire. Right. You know what I mean? Die.
And I'm just poorly running down Sunset Strip like, I don't run good. I didn't know. I'm out of breath, but I really don't want to be on fire anymore.
That's the second Richard Pryor room. They set you on fire and kick you outside.
Go.
The other room is just outside.
It's just behind the club.
Humiliation. That's what the other room is.
You had your chance. You'll never be a stand-up. And I was like, oh.
So how did you go for, were you doing improv before? You just decided, like, I decided stand-up's funny. I'm going to go.
I picked it. I was like, you know what? I'm out here. Because I was out in California. So I went under the guise of trying to, develop an acting career. But realistically, I was there because I didn't want to go to jail here.
Yeah.
I was like, I got a warrant, and I'm not built for jail. I'm funny, but also kind of nonviolent. So it's like, clearly this isn't going to fit in. And I was like, I don't want to be getting my cheeks clapped while I'm telling jokes. This is weird for me.
Let's make this podcast sponsored by Overland Truckers.
But so I moved out there to do acting, and then it's like people always told me I was funny. I was like, well, let me give it a shot.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, no, I'm not a stand-up comedian. It's not in my tool set. I'm like, I'll do great acting, improv, no problem. Off the cuff, perfect. You guys have like the discipline to do this right, and I just don't. I'm like, it's not in me.
Yeah.
But I learned it quick, and it's better to learn it at a big place like that. So you're like, okay. Sure. So that way I don't get that false hope, and I get 2 years into it before I get to the Comedy Store, and then I bomb, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and off myself.
That works.
I'm going to go jump my Cuisinart right into the bathtub.
Bomb early. Bomb often.
Bomb early. Bomb often.
Yeah. That would drive me crazy doing, because I can't do I just do characters, but going like, if you guys are doing your jokes, and it's you guys doing the jokes, it's yourself doing jokes, and you could change a pause in a letter or something. That stuff scares the crap out of me. So I'm like, I could never have that neuroses of trying to think of, it's better with just this word.
Moving one word around, putting something in a different order. It's like, like playing Tetris or something to get laughs. I started doing improv. And so I had done improv, and I always wanted to do stand-up. I love stand-up, and I did improv because it was like, it was comedy.
Right.
And I didn't have the balls to do stand-up.
Yeah.
And so I started doing improv in it. And then I finally built up the courage to jump in and do stand-up. And I, like, as you said, like, working the craft, that was the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and you're like, you're back at it, you're back at it, you're back at it, you're back at it. But when you're doing improv, you're like, you know what, I've told this joke like 5 times this week.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to tell the joke anymore. And then when you do it maybe the 6th time and you move some stuff around, you're like, oh, like, that makes such a tremendous difference, But the improv. Also, I love the idea of like crowd work shows. In the whole, there's the crowd work shows, and then there's the improv stand-up hierarchy or whatever. When it's like improv doing crowd work is just improv. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You're still just doing it.
You're just doing improv. It's different. There was a gentleman. His name escapes me. He used to do a huge chunk of, like, for his improv shows, he would do like a one-man just bit. And he would stand up there and he would get suggestions and he would tell stories to his grandkids. And he's just making things up as he's talking to the audience.
Okay, nice.
It was a really, really cool thing. And I was like, that's not improv. That's crowd work.
Yeah. Right. You're just being a human being.
Yeah.
Are you confessing guilt?
That's what I said. I wonder why that gets popular, and I think it's popular one because people don't put on the reels, so it's an easy thing. They don't have to write, and also I think we have such strange social issues now where people getting in rooms and talking to strangers because I don't have that problem. I can go to a bar in the middle of the week. You're a master at talking to everyone on the planet Earth.
Sure.
But I like doing that. And when you go talk to somebody that's, in their mid-20s, and they'll just kind of recoil, like, why are you talking to me, dude? Why would you say that? Like, oh, cringe. I'm like,
one of my favorite.
That was never a problem when I was. Right. I was like, you just talk.
Now it is.
Absolutely.
You just talk.
Yeah, well, no, with the advancement of technology, interpersonal communication died.
It's
like, I don't want to talk to people in person. Like me, one of my favorite things to do, still to this day, random people at a bus stop, just start a conversation. And just my goal is to try to make a stranger laugh. And it feels good for me just to make everybody laugh, but then it's also like, I just broke a stranger out of their shell. They can't leave. They're waiting on the bus like I am.
Absolutely.
And I was like, you're not going anywhere. I trapped you. You need to get to work, don't you? Oh, you better listen. Right. You're here now.
My favorite thing about just wanting to be involved in any kind of discipline or the art of laughter, making people laugh, or comedy or improv or anything, is you're just you forget that you have a mechanism that's in you that can do it, and you're just talking to somebody like at a bus stop or at a bar or whatever, and you're just telling a story about your life, and you're not trying to bust them up necessarily, but you're just talking, and just the way you say something, they just fall out laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, what did I... And they're like, that's the way you said it. That's just what I was like, what do you mean? I go, oh, yeah, I guess I can't get out of this.
Right. I also think the longer the time's passed since the event of your story, the funnier the story gets, because you've grown as a human and more life experiences.
Absolutely.
If you're telling a story of what happened when you're 15, it's not the same impact when you're 16 as when you're 40. You're like, it happened when I was 15 and I was lifting weights in the gym and I shit myself and became a really popular girl. By the way, that's totally not true.
Right.
It might be true. It's true. Darn it.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I thought I was like, I can be an athlete. I can lift weights. The women like men with big muscles. And then I shit myself. I was like, 250 pounds? I could do that. I was like, okay. I'm just leaving it. You guys can finish the weight. I'm out.
I learned a valuable lesson that day.
Right. I learned a valuable lesson that day. Always bring backup underwear, no matter where you're going.
Right. That's right. I actually have some in
there we go. I think we all do. I think there's we all have bags of clothes.
So, just
back up out.
That's how, when you're doing a podcast next to a highway, you never know when you're going to need to run. And these days, somebody could bust in that door right now that doesn't want us here, and we're all going to go. You know what I mean? Who's that? I don't know.
I clinched and then I released, and things happen from there.
It's the apocalypse. Have you ever run into... Because this happened when I was living in New York, that I was unaware of, because when I was getting into sketch comedy, I didn't know that much. Because I took in a second city class in Cleveland when I was there for like 2 years, and I took a 10-week class, and that was it. Yeah. And I liked it, but I couldn't be the being funny and doing the game at the same time was hard for me. Because I like things kind of. I'm not a complete improv guy. I like a little bit of context and structure. Yeah. And what I didn't know was when I started doing sketch comedy was that the rivalry. Like there's sketch people and improv people that hate each other. It's really corny.
It's so weird,
But I think it's just because an improv troupe, like when we'd be doing a show and there'd be 5 of us, and we'd tell friends, we'd put like when we had handbills, and just give them to people in the subway, and just see them thrown all over Queens, and. You're like, please come. Like maybe some goyles will be there. Just whatever. And you get like 15, 20 people. You got an improv troupe of 8 people,
right?
And they bring 3 people apiece. Yeah, you got a pretty good house.
You got a great show.
So it was literally just that kind of. It was like, well, we write. Okay.
Yeah.
We write it down.
They're just making it up on the spot.
It's just, what are you doing? And it's just a different mechanism, because we had people that were great improvers that did sketch that hated doing lines. Yeah. And they're like, oh, this is a funny idea. And then just make it up the rest of the sketch.
Yeah. Right.
And you're like, no, but I wrote this joke about you being a super goat.
Yeah, or
something.
You didn't follow the line. Yeah. I think that's where I see that with like stand-up, because one, like you said, why is this so popular? Because, like you said, you got 2 people, 3 people coming per person, or whatever, and then sketch, and then stand up, because you spend so much time writing, and rewriting, and correcting, and then these people are just making it up, and you're, well, I hate this. I don't like the idea that they're being funny. Also, I think the other thing is when you're doing improv, I think the room is generally like rooting for you.
Yeah, they want They want you to do
you ingratiate everybody. Yeah.
They're like kind of like, ooh, this is happening. We're watching magic happen. But stand-up, it's an entirely different thing.
You got to earn that.
Yeah, because they're like,
that laugh.
I paid $15, make me laugh, bitch.
Yeah, and a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're asking me to get drunk.
Yeah.
Make me laugh.
Absolutely. I say this all the time. I think making people laugh is easy.
Yeah.
Making people laugh when they're expecting to laugh, not always easy.
No, not always easy.
You know what I mean? Like if you're playing the guitar and you tell a joke or something, or if you're doing some presentation or something, you know, and then you make a joke, but people are like, hey, I paid $20. I'm not laughing enough.
You better be on the right.
Yeah.
I want to fall out.
Right. Yeah.
Like you better be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
More
Let's say you just called up from AAA.
Yeah.
You're hitting 285. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. seems
I'm trying to bring it back.
Specific.
Just keep looking at the baseball items. I'm like, we got a game today. So we're 4 games over 500 for the first time since June. I'm sorry. Los Modus podcast sponsored by Overland Truckers LLC. But it's kind of like striking out. You know what I mean? Like you have all these expectations. It's the hardest thing to do in the world in sports.
Yeah.
I did it. I found a hole. I mean, a ball.
Hey, they go together.
Hitting baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports. Everyone will tell you, and it is. It's if you see the actual point of view camera, it's terrifying.
I don't think so.
But once you don't think so?
Driving a car, much more difficult.
Yeah, that's way harder to do in baseball.
Stole my thunder. I got to
try driving a car.
I'm throwing fastballs over here.
Super hard.
This guy threw a change up at me.
I got to shift in the.
Oh God! Anyway,
you know what I mean?
Come to lovely Charlotte, North Carolina, one of America's finest cities, home of the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Dick Trickle's in there.
Well,
Jeff Gordon.
We're gonna start wrapping it up here, guys. Why does no one also ever mention when they say Charlotte the Mecklenburg part of that? They're like Charlotte and Mecklenburg. I was like,
I don't know about the Mecklenburg.
Oh, the airport.
Oh,
Charlotte Mecklenburg Airport. Yeah, it's like you got Mecklenburg's on there like it's the city.
You know one thing I know? I think that was wasn't it like a linebacker for the Broncos? Back when they were
Jim Mecklenburg
kicking the shit out of the Browns. Was there a Mecklenburg?
I think there was.
We're making this guy up.
I'm seeing a football card in my head from like 1988.
Dave Mecklenburg gives tours of the Mansfield Reformatory.
He does.
Dave Mecklenburg.
He does. I believe he does.
Right here is where right here was Andy Dufresne. That's where he got done. He got done there. He got done there. Oh, watch your foot. He was done there too.
Watch your foot.
Also the home of the Lil Wayne Go DJ video.
Really?
They shot that there.
all right.
Yeah.
At the prison?
They shot that at the prison. Yeah.
That's just irony.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. There were
irony of him shooting it out of prison.
Out of prison.
I
don't know.
Sir.
Some of my like classmates were extras there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But some of those extras actually enjoyed the job so much they are now in prison.
Oh,
right.
Oh, as you would want to do.
Method.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
what,
Just like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. So
It's the same thing.
Mr. Day-Lewis, we'd like you to make a movie about being a POW in Iran. And he's like, I'll be back. Did he just get captured by ISIS? He's method, bro. They really beheaded. Oh, God.
Daniel Day, can you pretend to be a wealthy, greedy, vicious sociopath, oil baron, white man from the 19th century? I'll try as hard as I can. I'll have to reach deep within inside of myself.
He trained for 14 hours, and then he showed up on set and won an Oscar. It was almost innate. Well, we don't want the smoke, Daniel Day. Let's be clear about that.
No, that's right. But dude, Smash. Let's remember that.
Yeah,
Smash.
The genesis of that idea.
It was here.
So
Gotcha.
we are
Gotcha.
the Los Mid Dudes podcast, official podcast of the Columbus Comedy Festival. The 4th through the 7th of September here in Columbus. Lots of various venues. You'll see me at a lot of them. You'll see me mostly in the alleys behind them. But that's fine. You know, it's not my fault. Brought to you by
a lot of alleys
Studios, BoxlandTV.com for all your recording, digital, audio, all of your performance needs. Come here. They are a great group of people, great facilities. And surprisingly, the lights are very, very complimentary. They make my skin pop.
I can't see myself, so I'm glad I'm not seeing this a lot like that. When you get above, I can't do that a lot.
I can see like one side of my nose at a time. and that's about it.
It's beautiful.
That's about it.
Right. We could do another one called In Profile, where everyone's just like this all the time. So we just do like.
So tell me, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, we're looking at something that's not there.
Everybody's looking the same direction.
Right.
That's interesting, man.
Tell me about your parents. This is getting weird.
Terrance ThaGawdshow, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having
Absolutely.
me. Thanks for having
Absolutely. Anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
me. Well, the festival I'll be doing. I'm hosting the Friday night show. There's so many cool things to
There's a bunch.
Yeah,
there's a
ton of
bunch going to be
stuff.
happening. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, go to the website, Columbus Comedy Festival. There's tons of stuff. There's tons of fantastic people. I'm glad to be a part of it. So
Yes. Hopefully that after hours is a little bit more. We're the Lowest Mid Dudes
Official podcast of America's
not getting invited to the like, son of
Overland Truckers.
Overland Truckers. That's a big 10-4.
We're going to be at a Flying J somewhere in Mansfield
that's where
for the after party.
Yeah, the after party is at Flying J.
Flying J's giving handy J's.
Yeah. No, the after parties last year, that was fun. It
was fun. It was just,
I had a good time. Mine was next to my apartment, so I had a great
tattoo
time.
grouping with it was weird.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you here? Are you a comedian? Or are you? What's going on?"
Yeah.
Is it kink party?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Kink party or-
I wasn't there for that part. No.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of wild stuff. It was such a it was fun, but it was very
great rooftop.
strange. Yeah, the rooftop was great.
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, tune in Columbus Comedy
absolutely.
Festival, September 4th through the 7th.
Yeah. I want my Skittles to be bright, neon.
Yeah,
You know what
I want
mean?
my insides to glow.
Yeah,
after eating.
absolutely. I don't think the artificial, natural coloring is going to save me. You know, so
No, not after the 6 packs that I Nothing's actually going to help this one.